beautiful, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina, I'm the makeup enthusiast. In today's video, I'm bringing you a very late update on my team project pan. So it's been like, I think 2 months now. I think my last update was like late for April. So it's been May and June and we're like a week into July now. So it's like 2 and a bit months worth of progress. I am very excited to share this update with you because I have made some epic progress on some of these products. I have a fair few empties to share with you, so if you want to see how I'm going on this project, then stay tuned. But before we get into the video, if you love watching project planning videos, make sure you subscribe down below. And without further ado, let's jump on into the update. As always, I am going to follow my little spreadsheet. And because I'm following my spreadsheet, that means we're starting the video off with an empty. So for those of you that play at home, I have officially finished up my Kryolan primer. This was like a silicone based primer. Last month I had chopped it open and I had scraped everything out of here into this tub. It was like full chock-a-block to the top with the amount that I managed to scrape out. Last month I had about half left and I managed to work my way through it, and now it is completely empty. So I'm very happy to see this one finally finished. This primer took me a very long time to get through. I was working on this for most of last year, so it did take me a very long time to get through. I'm happy to see it gone. I think I have a glowy primer, and I also have, I think, another pore filling primer in my collection. At this stage though, I think I'm just going to leave it for now. I might replace my primer next month, but for now, I'm just gonna leave it be. I'm going to have a little search around in my collection and just decide and figure out what I want to work on next. I actually think I may have another, this primer came from like my makeup kit that I got when I was doing my certificate or my diploma. I think I might have another one in my makeup kit that, you know, it's just getting on in age. So because I'm not really working on any clients at the moment or anymore, I think I'll just roll it out into my personal collection and work on it for myself so it doesn't go to waste. So that's primer category done. Moving on to foundations. Now I am currently working on my MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body Radiant Sheer Foundation. I hate the name, it's just ridiculously long. So this one I've been working on again for a long time. I was working on this one last year. I was mixing it with the foundation last year. This year I was also mixing it with that same foundation, and lately I have been mixing it with my Juvia's Place concealer. I haven't managed to make another mark. I have only used 2.41 grams of this one. So last month it was at 45.74. This month it's at 43.33. I'm sitting around that halfway mark now. This one is very liquidy, like a little bit goes a long way. I think this is going to be a long haul endeavor to try and finish this one up, but for now I'm just happy chugging away at it. I don't think though I am going to make much progress on this one now for the next few months because I am actually going to roll in a foundation. I don't love wearing this one by itself, although I haven't really experimented all that much with it lately. But just because I want to make sure I am rotating through my foundations and getting those like older ones out. This is my oldest foundation in my collection, but so is this one. This is my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. So I bought both of these in the same month last year. I think I bought both of them in February of last year, so they are starting to get into almost 2 years old. So I want to make sure I am getting both of these used up before they, you know, essentially go bad. They're probably already past the point of, this one says 24 months. This one, actually, this is not the bottle for this. This one says 24 months. I'm sure the MAC Fix Plus, probably the MAC Radiant foundation probably was 24 months as well. So I just want to make sure I'm using them up before I reach that 24-month mark if I can help it. I just want to keep rotating through my foundations. So I am going to roll in my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I'm going to start wearing this as like an everyday go-to foundation. This one's coming in at 104.85 grams. So let's see how we go. I think last time it kind of settled. It was sitting around like maybe a quarter to a third used. So I've still got quite a lot to go. But I think with consistent daily use of this one, I'm probably going to see myself like really fly through it probably within maybe like 1 or 2, maybe 3 months. When I finish my NARS foundation, I am going to probably rotate back in another foundation that is more suitable for mixing with the MAC foundation, just to like increase the like the coverage on it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it with both of these two. I'll continue to try and get a little bit of use on this one, but for now my main priority is going to be the NARS foundation. Moving in to concealers, now we have another empty for this update, and that comes from my Juvia's Place concealer. I have been working on this one tirelessly since the start of the year, but I have finally managed to finish it and use it up. I don't know if you can see like all that windowing going on there. I have scraped this to the bone. I've gotten everything out of it that I possibly can. I took the stopper out like a while ago to try and get every drop out of this, and I managed to do that. So I am calling this one quits. To replace that one, I am going to roll in probably a different kind of concealer to what I normally am used to, but I have been wearing this a little bit lately. This has kind of been one of my little go-tos for like work concealer, just because I have it in my collection and I want to get some use out of it. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I have the color G12. Again, I purchased this one in June, July last year. Actually, it was June. In June of last year when I was holidaying in America. So this one now is like 12 months old. So I just want to be mindful of that. Again, it is Glossier as well. I paid like American dollars for this. So it's like double the price in Australia. So I want to make sure I'm getting my money's worth out of it and getting my good solid use out of it. This one is coming in at 49.98 grams. So we'll see how much progress we can start making on that one. Moving next in to powder category, and we have another empty. We almost have an empty in every category, which is exciting. Since the start of the year, have been working on these two powders. So it's the Pat McGrath Labs Under Eye Setting Powder and the Glossier Wowder. So I've been working on both of these. Last month, the Glossier Wowder only had quite a small amount left in it, and I did manage to get it completely finished and used up, as you can see there, which is very exciting. I thought that this one at one stage was going to last me till like the end of the year, because I felt like I was making very slow progress on it. Then right at the last like couple of months, I was like, wow, I'm actually finally starting to see progress on it, and I managed to get this one finished. I actually quite like this one, and I think now that Glossier is available, or it's going to be available in Australia at Mecca, depending on the price in Australian dollars at Mecca, I definitely would consider repurchasing this one. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it did a really good job at setting my foundation and also helping with longevity. So I'm very keen to check out the Mecca prices for Glossier. For my Pat McGrath Labs powder, it still looks like exactly the same. Like the dome doesn't look any flatter. Yeah, it is what it is. This is like an under eye setting powder. I use like the tiniest little bit under each eye. I use 0.26 of a gram, so just over 1/4 of a gram. This one is going to take me forever. Given I used up the Glossier Wowder, I am going to bring in a powder to replace that one. Now I am just going to bring in a nice little simple powder to start off with. I'm bringing in my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I have the color Fair 1. Now I did recently repress this in the last like fortnight, so I am just rotating this one in just to try and finish using up this bit here, and I don't think that will take me very long. I think I will have this powder done by the next update, easy peasy. So I am just rotating this one in just because I'm mindful. It's like my oldest powder now in my collection, so I just want to focus on it, make it a priority to get it done and rotated out. So there is that powder coming in. In terms of eyeshadow primer, I am currently working on my NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I'm using this like every single day. I do my eyeshadow. It's still, every time I pull this little wonder out, it still is chock-a-block full of products. So this one is just a continue to track and see how we're going. I used 0.68 of a gram of this one last month, so over half a gram, which is very interesting. The entire product says it weighs 8 grams, so we've used just over like a gram and a half. So we still have a very long way to go if that measurement weight is accurate. We've still got like 6 grams to go, which is absolutely insane. My brow powder that I'm currently working on, currently grabbing for the Benefit Browsing. This one has had a decent amount of progress, but probably not as much as I normally would, because I have been dabbling just to keep things interesting and keep my my spark alive for this product. I've been grabbing for other products just on a irregular basis just to sub out this one. So I am working on this one. I use 0.12 of a gram in like 2.5 months. As you can see here, I'm currently working on trying to hit pan in this like corner bit here. So that's what I'm working on. I've like really got a dip going in that bit there, and hopefully sometime soon we might hit pan, and that will be like a fairly substantial portion of the pan cleared out. Once I clear out that bit, I'm just gonna do the same. I'm just gonna like essentially carve off like a portion of it and work it down until the pan, and I think I might continue on that kind of method until I have it completely used up. I am nowhere near having this completely used up. No way on earth am I gonna probably see the end of this before probably the end of 2025 with like regular daily use. Brow setting brings us to yet another empty. So I did manage to get used up my Beauty Bay Brow Fixer. I thought that I would have this one finished sometime soon, when I mentioned it at the last update. There is still like a glob like right down on the bottom of the tube, but the little spoolie doesn't reach down that far. I'm happy to have this one done. It was starting to get quite gloopy towards the end of it, so I'm happy to have completely worked my way through it and used it up. For now, I'm not going to rotate anything in to replace this one in this category. I did recently crack open a like little mini sample size of the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. So I'm just gonna work my way through that. Once I use that one up, I might see if I have a bigger or full size brow product in my collection. But for now, I'm just gonna work on that little mini. Now, lip products, I am making really good progress, but unfortunately, I haven't got any more empties. So we'll start off with my NARS lip balm. Now, you guys know last month, last update, I managed to work the lip balm down. Actually, I have it like right in front of me. I managed to work the lip balm down to the like top of the bullet there. So once I worked that down, I scooped all of it out into a little sample pot. And this one was like full to the brim with how much was left in the little bullet. And I've been slowly working my way through what was left since. So unfortunately, I didn't manage to have that completely used up, but this is what it's looking like now. So I still have a little bit left, not much. Given the amount that's left, I definitely think that this one will be finished by the next update. I was kind of annoyed that I didn't get it finished by now, given that it's been like 2.5 months, but unfortunately it didn't happen. I've made good progress on what's left, but unfortunately I just didn't get it done. Then my L'Oreal lipstick. You guys will see from my little tracking sheet that I actually did make a really decent amount of progress. It's kind of in line with the amount of progress that I've been making month to month. No miracles made. It's still kind of in keeping with how much progress I make each month, but I'm happy to report I am now getting down to this like tiny little nubbin. I think that I'll probably have this one down flattened maybe in like 2.5 months, and when I do that, I think I might call it quits. I very rarely do that, but I think I want to call it quits on this one when I have it completely level. If I do get it completely level shortly, I might have a little dabble with using it as a cream blush. If I like using it as a cream blush, then we will continue to like use up the rest of the bullet as a cream blush. If I don't, I'm just gonna call it quits. I'm just gonna can it. So there's that one. Over the last period, I used 0.6 of a gram of this one, so over half a gram. I'm making very good progress. Like, I'm at the point where all the writing is nearly rubbed off. It's used and abused, that one. My Fenty gloss, I unfortunately don't have this one finished. I have been working on it quite regularly. Up until recently, I was wearing this like very consistently. I was applying it like at least once a day. I think now though, it's at the point where I need to take the stopper out. So I am at the point where when I dip the doe foot in there, I can't like get any of the gloss actually on the doe foot. I'm gonna take the stopper out, and I think once the stopper is taken out, like, we're on the home stretch. It is home free nice and quickly, and hopefully that one will be done by the next update. Additionally, this one is also getting very close. This is my Lana Lips Tinted Balm. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention my Fenty Gloss. I used 0.91 of a gram of this one, so almost an entire gram. If I used it probably maybe like 2 or 3 more times, I would have hit like that bang on 1 gram, but that didn't happen. My Lana Lips Tinted Lip Balm. This is in Rhubarb. I'm getting very close. Can you guys see? Like, down here is all that I have left. It's actually starting to get to the point where I am struggling to just squeeze it out. I have to like really, you know, manipulate the tube to get it out. So I'm getting very close. I used 2.9 grams of this one since the last update. Very happy with that progress. And I think we're on the home stretch with this one as well. I don't think that I'm going to have it done by the next update, but most certainly the one after that, this one will be finished. Another exciting empty. I didn't think that this one would happen this year, but I managed to use up my Franken blush. So as you can see there, it is completely gone. I'll scooch over a little bit so I can put my little photo of what it looked like last month. But I am so incredibly proud of myself and happy that I got this little Franken blush used up. I am going to keep the packaging because I think maybe in the future there might be potential for me to Franken another blush and try and rotate it in and use it up. So that one, very good job on that one. I'm so happy that I got that one done. Oh, and that means because I used the rest of my Stila Kitten Highlighter Duo, the like other half, the pinky highlighter side, because I've used up this Franken blush, that also means that I have completely used up that Stila Kitten Duo. It's done, it's finito, it's out of my collection, and so long to the other half of the blush that created this this Franken blush. Moving on to my skincare miscellaneous category. Now, last update I mentioned with my little High Smile color corrective serum that I was having like trouble pumping it out, and I wasn't quite sure how much was left, and I was worried it was going to take the rest of the year. I used this once after the last update, and she's done. I only used it once and it was completely finished. I even thought that maybe the packaging had broken. So I actually popped open the packaging and I had a good look in the airless pump in here, and it's legit. There's no more product left in this. This just kind of had a very abrupt finish. So I'm still happy to see it gone, but I'm actually kind of a little bit disappointed because I thought there was a lot more product left in here, but nonetheless I am happy to see the end of that one. Would not recommend, will not be repurchasing. I really don't see the point of the product, but at least I got my money's worth and I didn't just toss it in the trash. We currently only have 3 products in the nail polish category, so we'll start off with my Hello Taco One Coat Black. This one actually was rotated in last update. It started at 64.37 grams. It's now down to 63.75, which is a total loss of 0.62 of a gram. I haven't really been using this one all that much lately. My nails, I think I've just been like stressed out and fatigued and burnt out to the hill. So my nails have just been so brittle and dry and just like gross, and I've just been like chipping and snapping like crazy. So I'm like, well, let's just give them a little break. Let's just give them a little break and let them breathe a little bit, and it might help get them back on track, and then I can go in with the nail polish again, which is annoying. Like, it's kind of making my pan those eyeshadows not progress as much as they can do, because I'm just neglecting my nail polish, but it is what it is. It's probably best for my nails to have a little breather every once in a while. Also, my secret cuticle oil, this one is it's just like getting grosser and grosser, the packaging, every time I update. Just the fact that it's an oil, the packaging just seems to attract everything because it's a little bit greasy. I do have another line marking. So as you can see, my marks on this one are abysmal, but you can see there I've made another little bit of progress. If I continue up the way I'm going, I think maybe like 2, maybe 3 months and it will be completely finished. I actually used 2.34 grams of this one over the last like 2.5 months, so maybe it might take me until the end of the year, given that it's taken me like 2.5 months to do the same amount of progress. I need to up my game. I'm really gonna cut it fine with getting this one finished before the end of the year, but I'm getting close. I'm getting very close. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put in the hard work and get it done. It really needs to get done because it's been in my collection for far too long. And the last update is actually yet another empty. I'm really enjoying this update because I have so many empties to share with you. It comes from my Hello Taco top coat. This is the glossy taco. I have got this one completely finished. I was actually a little bit disappointed with this one as it was getting towards the end. It was really starting to get quite thick and gloopy. Towards the end, I had to like use my nail polish thinner on this one. Basically, like every time I painted my nails for probably the last like little bit, which got a little bit annoying, but at least it helped me use up that last little drop, and it's totally done, which is very exciting. I actually have a gel top coat, so I'm going to see if I can use that going forward, just because I don't see the point in buying another top coat if I've already got one in my collection that I can utilize. So I'll have a play with that one. If it's not working with just like traditional nail polish and my eyeshadow method, I might have to go and buy another top coat. In saying that as well, I am not going to worry about rotating in that gel top coat to replace this one. I'm just gonna leave it be for now. Moving into fragrances, last update, I rotated in 5 of my mini type perfumes. I'm doing exceptionally well on like 95% of them. The 1% being the DS and Durga Plumes perfume or perfume oil. I haven't used this once, so let's move through that update quickly. The rest, I have actually made really good progress on these ones. Let's start with this one that's in my hand. This is the Byredo Blanche perfume. Now I have used 3.14 grams of this one, and as you can see on my little line marking there, I've actually made like a really good amount of progress on that. So I think if I do that again, I'm gonna have it almost completely finished up. So I'm happy to see that I've made a really good amount of progress on this one. I don't totally love this one. To me, this one just smells like clean, like public bathrooms, and I don't really love the scent of it. Then we have my Ellis Brooklyn Florist perfume. This one as well, I've made really good progress on. As you can see there, it's like halfway through now. For the weight of this one, I used 3.09 grams of this one. So again, this is another one that after another like couple of months of use, I'll see this one almost completely finished. And then my Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush body spray. This is another one that I am almost finished. I've used like a very substantial portion of this one. This has been like my main go-to perfume or body spray, just because I have a full size of this one And in one of my bonus beauty loot boxes recently, I got another one of this size. So I really need to focus on getting this one completely finished, and then I'm probably gonna have to rotate in the other mini that I just received. Otherwise, we will just have far too much of this body spray in my collection. So there's that one. The Sol de Janeiro, in terms of weight, I used 18.17 grams. And then last but not least, I have the Maison Francis Kirk de Jan Paris Aqua Celestia perfume. This was a little sample that I got in my last beauty loot box. This smells phenomenal, but it is insanely expensive. If I could like get this gifted or something like that, it just smells so good. I don't know what it is about it, but it's such a quirky, like just different scent that I just really, really love it. It's so good. It's so good. I really, really like this. It's just like really clean and fresh, and it almost has like a tweak of almost like saltiness to it. I love it. It is so, so good. If I could get a bottle of this one day, I would be very happy chappy. So this one, I used 2.41 grams of it. As you can see, it is almost finished. It's going to be a very sad day that this goes, because she's expensive. She is expensive. This is only like a 5 ml sample, and I think this is worth like $100 or something. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how expensive those perfumes are. Last but not least, or the last category, is hair care. Now, hair care, again, is another exciting category, and I think this is the category I'm most excited to share with you. So we'll start off with the updates. The first one is my KMS Flat Out Straightening Cream. This one, I am getting so close. I have a feeling I will have this one finished next month. It is starting to feel so light. It is only weighing 44.44 grams now, so it's got no weight to it. I used, since the last update, 17.19 grams. Now, not my best in terms of progress since I've been working on this one, but I'm still incredibly happy with that progress, and I feel it that I'm getting so close. When I shine the light up to it as well, it's sitting like almost like just here. So it's basically only the stuff that's in the cap really that I have to use up now. It's kind of getting hard to squirt out now. It's starting to spit a little bit. So we're getting close. We're getting so close. If I don't have that one done by the next update, there's something wrong with me. I'll be very upset, but I know I'm getting really close. Next, we have the update on my hairspray. This is my Juice Stuck Up Stronghold Hair Lacquer. I only used 1 gram of this one over the last month. So, I mean, I'm still seeing progress. I'm not seeing the kind of progress that I would like to see, but we are getting there. Slow and steady wins the race. I think actually I've decided that I want to rotate this one out, just because I want to try and get some use on the other 2 hairsprays that I have in my collection. So I'm going to rotate this one out, and out of the 3 of them, this is like my favorite one out of the 3 of them. I don't think any of them are fantastic, but this one's the best one out of the 3 of them. So I would like to use up the others that I don't love first and save this one for like better occasions, while I still only have like crappy ones in my collection. So I'm going to rotate that one out. Let's talk about the ones that I have finished. The first one is my Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. This was kind of a given. I've been going back to the gym more often recently, so I've been needing dry shampoo to get me through those days when I don't want to wash my hair at 6 o'clock in the morning when it's only 6 degrees outside. So I have been relying upon dry shampoo like you wouldn't believe. I probably push my hair a little bit too much. Some days I just go to work with very greasy hair, but it is what it is. So this one is completely finished and used up. I am going to rotate in my last dry shampoo, or my other dry shampoo that I have in my collection, to replace this one. But last but not least, we have the most exciting empty of this update. I think this product I was working on forever. This is my Davines Invisible Serum. As you can see in there, it's completely empty. So I did cut this open probably about a week or two ago. I chopped it open and I depotted what was left in here, and when I washed my hair this morning, I actually used up the last bit of what was left in that depotted tub. So we finally have one of these Davines like curl products finished. I'm very happy to see this one gone. This one was hard work, but it has finally paid off. I think this is probably one of the most long overdue empty of my project panning. This one has been in and out of projects probably for the last like 3 or 4 years. It's taken me a long time, all right, to get this one done, but it's finally finished. Now to replace, so I have to replace my dry shampoo, that curl serum, and I'm going to replace my hairspray just with the rollouts. So to come in for dry shampoo, I'm bringing in my NAC dry clean dry shampoo. This one probably a couple of months and it will be finished. Like I said, I'm using dry shampoo fairly regularly nowadays, so I don't think it will be too much of a hassle to use that one up. I am also going to rotate in the Sidel Extra Firm Hairspray. When I shake this one, I feel like I'm starting to get really close to having this one finished. I don't think there's much left in there. So I reckon maybe like 2 or 3 months and maybe I can have this one completely done. And last but not least, we are bringing back this big boy. This is the Davines Curl Building Serum. This one I have as well worked on for probably the last like 2 or 3 years. So it's about time that I really knuckle it in and get it finished. It is weighing a whopping 160 grams. So I think even if I don't have this one completely finished this year, if I could at least get maybe it down to around the 100 grams, I would be very happy with that. That's 60 grams of usage, which is like hefty. That's a hefty goal, but I think if I could get it to the 100 grams, I most certainly will make it a lot easier for myself to have it completely used up next year. So I'm going to continue to track my progress on this one. Hopefully now that I've completely used up this invisible serum, it's kind of cleared the path when it comes to curling products that I want to focus on at the moment. So this is like the one and only at the moment, which means that it will get a lot more use. So we will see how we go in terms of progress. Once I use up my like KMS product as well, it kind of clears the deck in terms of like styling products. So I think as we're progressing closer towards the end of the year, the usage on this one's probably just going to increase as I'm starting to get out the last few other like styling type products. So there is that one. And my final category, as you guys know, is my samples. I managed to use up 10 samples since the last update. So we'll just quickly, I managed to use up 10 samples since the last update. So we'll just quickly go through them. The first one is the Innisfree Genju Cherry Blossom Jelly Cream. Then we have the Charlotte Tilbury Charlotte's Magic Water Cream. I used up one of the Christoph Robin Aloe Vera Express Masks. I actually really like this one and I have another one of these in my collection to use up. The Tatcha, the Dewy Serum, the Emma Lewisham Skin Reset Face Serum, Skinstitute Reset Skin Firming Peptide Serum, the L'Oreal Midnight Serum, Mecca Priming Hydrating Moisturizer, Jo Malone English Pear and Sweet Pea, and last but not least is the Sawasu Balancing Water EX Essence product. Is that 10? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, that was 10. So in terms of my samples, I'm currently sitting at 41 samples used up since the start of the year. I don't think I'm going to hit my 100 goal by the end of the year, but I think I might get close. If I could get in around that like 70, 80 samples, I'll be happy with that. That means I need to double how many I've used up so far, but that's okay. I still have a few products that I'm working on, and I have a few to rotate in. I also have quite a number of foundation samples that I still need to work my way through. Maybe in terms of like my goals for samples, I want to try and use up maybe at least like maybe 6 foundation samples before the end of the year. I think that's a good goal to make as well, because I want to make sure I'm using up those foundation samples. Foundation samples is always like something that I avoid using up. I don't know why, but for some reason I don't enjoy. I am very happy with the progress that I made since the last update. Like I said, it ended up being longer than anticipated, but that actually meant that I was able to do some serious damage on a lot of these products, and I am like shocked by how many products I have managed to roll out of this project in the last couple of months. We've got some new products to work on now, and we have a few like refreshes here and there. Let me know how you're going on your products that you're currently working on, if you are doing like your own style of project panning, or if you have panning videos. Let me know how you're going on your products. Let me know down in the comments what your trickiest product that you're currently panning is turning out to be. I would love to know down there. Let me know how you're going. I would love to hear from you. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new around here and you love watching project panning videos. That's it for this video. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, beautiful.